Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with more Borderlands 4. I have recently found out about a specific build that will definitely help me take on this boss, and hopefully I did a good job of it. So it basically focuses on Gloam, and pretty much everything that I have here, starting with Unleashed, gain increased fire rate with guns and crossfire, even though we're not using crossfire, increase critical hit damage, gain a chance to critically hit with its action skills and guns, which plays a part in the windfall. This comes from the, no points in here because this comes from my class mod, but 5 points in Lawless for increased kinetic damage, 1 point into Truck Full of Nitro for bonus kinetic damage with ordnance and gear, 3 points into War Wagon, so I have a chance to refill ammo into my gun and restore action skill duration with diminishing returns. It works really well. Pale Rider for action skills deal bonus kinetic damage. And Nothing Beats Lead for a portion of all non-bonus elemental damage cash deals is converted into kinetic damage. Damage converted in this way is increased. Full points into Unshaken for increased damage from all sources for every fortune stack I lose. And from Gloam to Glow, which is preferable that you get a class mod with 5 so you can get even more out of this. I currently only have one that has +3, and I'm still trying to farm for like a good +4 or maybe 5, because this really helps out the build. Gain increased max overshield, and a portion of all damage cash is dealt from enemies is converted into overshield. Whenever Cash loses a fortune stack, shots from his gun deal bonus damage equal to his overshield and drains a portion of his overshield. Then we just have 1 point into Luck of the Draw for increased elemental effect chance, which increases when I gain a stack. Then Roll the Bones. Really, the Claromancy is what we're using. Full points into Charm Bracelet for increased skill damage, and further increased skill damage for every active bone totem. Trust me, you're going to have a lot of them out. O Fortuna for fortune stacks gain increased windfall chance. Fortune skill cash gains increased elemental effect chance and elemental effect damage. The more fortune stacks cash has, the greater the bonus. 4 points into Bone Meal Ticket. Whenever Cash or one of his Bone Totem kills an enemy, restore action skill duration with diminishing returns and Bone Totem health. And Luckless. Whenever Cash activates an action skill, enemies near him and his Bone Totems become Jinxed. Jinxed enemies takes increased damage from all sources and deal decreased damage. And then over here, we have 1 point in a Can't Stop Winning. Gain a chance to critically hit with guns and action skills. Whenever Cash critically hits an enemy with a gun, guns or action skill, he gains a chance to enter Windfall. This happens more often than you would think, even with just 1 point into it. 4 points into Turn of Fate. Windfall skill. While Windfall is active, Cash gains Lifesteal. If his health is full, he gains Overshield Steal instead, which really plays into Gloam, where it makes sure that I have max overshield that my damage is converted into. And then lastly, 1 point into Fortune's Favor. Increase gun damage and skill damage. The more full my health and shields and overshield are, the greater the bonus. And for the gear that I'm using, I am using a shiny war paint because it gives me increased fire rate, and it also has amp with Deadeye. I have the Carefree Wind Rider because it gives me bonuses for Gloam, and it also gives me the bonus special legendary effect for this. Whenever Cash kills an enemy with a critical hit from a gun, he doubles his fortune stacks. Otherwise, killing an enemy with a gun drains half of Cash's fortune stacks. Whenever Cash gains fortune, he restores 5% of his max health. Whenever Cash loses fortune, he gains 8% of his max overshield. Plays really well. High capacity segmented hopscotch. So with capacity, really, I was trying to farm for one that had turtle on it, so that way we can get even more capacity, because I have at least, about a good 80,000 in terms of my overall shields. Vindictive Quintain, which is a bonus for the Jacobs attachment on the gun that I'm using, which is the Convergence. And it is not the one with Jacobs. Hold on, let me change that. There we go. That's the one with Jacobs. So the bonus of ricochet, an increased number of possible ricochets, and a chance to gain a critical hit works well. Waterfall for proccing Windfall and Groundbreaker as well. And that's pretty much my setup for my gear. Specializations, 20 into Survivor, 20 into Brute, 20 into Runner, so I can get my hands on Groundbreaker, because they all play in part towards the Gloam damage. Bullet Train, hipfire while sprinting and gain gun damage the faster I'm moving. Riddle You This, obviously more gun damage and gain a stack of it every time I deal gun damage. And lastly, the best defense, increased damage dealt based on the fullness of their shield or health, whichever has higher max capacity. And this plays well when you have a massive shield. So now, after all that talking is over with, let's go ahead and take down Subjugator and Thol and see if this build actually holds any weight. I was about to say some weight. Now this time, we're going to take out Subjugator.
From the beyond! Hi, Subjugator! We must relish this pain together! Show no mercy, Bolt Hunter! Do not be afraid! You are next! You truly killed him? Our fight deserves a grander setting! To the abyss! This is the point of no return! Permanent sleep ball! Coming up! No! What is your wager? Extra bang for my foot! It hurts! What beautiful hate you possess, Bolt Hunter! What limitless stores of spite dwell within your soul! Hone your skills further, and the very gods will quiver at the sound of your footsteps. You are death incarnate! I bow to you. Well, you tried.
Extreme Vault Hunter. So, as you can see, a raid boss that took me an hour and I want to say an hour and 27, maybe 28 minutes to defeat, took me less than 2 minutes. I want to say it took me less than 2 minutes. Using this build. I'll put a link to the build itself in the description down below, because it's really a build that I learned about from someone else, and I spent quite a bit of time farming the materials and gear that I needed. So, yeah. Crazy how we got platinum. Ooh, jobbed ribbed lockjaw. Let's see. Collateral anti-infantry fuse. I feel like I've seen this before. If I have, I'm getting rid of it. Okay, nothing there. Oh, hold on. Ooh. Close-up prestidigitator. I'll take them both. And another table prestidigitator. All right, we did it. We took down the raid boss, and we got platinum all the same. Hehehe. Nice. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm probably going to take these suckers on again because now that I know it can be done. Hey. This is going to be simple now. I wonder if I can... You know what? Let's see if we can do the same thing to Thol. Because we took down... No. Let's see if we can do the same thing to Subjugator. Subjugator is the floating one with the annoying add-ons. Oh, you would knock me off the edge. You would knock me off the edge. Yeah. Okay, they would knock me off the edge. Okay. I'm not losing money. I learned my lesson from last time. I'm not losing money. You can forget that. I'm not losing money.
Nancy speaks.
Come on!
Anticipation!
Just barely managed. Just narrowly. Just narrowly.
Apologize for treating you as my inferior. I have fought and killed the most dangerous beings on Kairos. But you are something more.
Okay, we beat both raid bosses. But I feel it's better to go after Thol as the final one, simply because he doesn't have as many invincibility annoying gimmicks as Subjugator does.
You tried.
So, oh well. And nothing new over here. Alright, so we beat both raid bosses. And this build, it kind of slaps. It really does. Probably gonna have to edit this baby down significantly just to cut out the moments where I lost. But other than that, I can say I beat both the raid bosses of Borderlands, the newest ones, without much issue. And I am happy about it. But to everyone, all I can say to you is, hope y'all enjoyed. Can't wait to see you all in my next video. Like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Even check out my membership and Patreon because I am always looking forward to entertaining you. And because I know you're coming back anyway. Have a fantastic day, and once again, as always, later, peoples!